and sit down and on her phone.
Oh, there you go.
This is what they call some of these greater things that Jesus said that we would do.
On her phone. And the ladies sitting there,
Amen.
they get issues too.
All right, we want to welcome everybody to Thursday night. It's been a while,
Yes.
but God is in control. We can't promise you anything about Sunday, so we got to take each day as it comes, correct?
I can't believe you left while we enjoying the good weather.
Amen.
I forgot my coat this morning.
Amen. So we're starting in the book of Philippians. Philippians, first chapter, starting at verse 12. And the theme for this tonight, as we mentioned, is going to be on Paul and how Paul is able to turn something good out of something bad. And we know that the Bible speaks to us daily on that we don't worry about our circumstances because we walk by faith and not by sight. Amen. But we know that we're in this flesh sometimes it get kind of hard and we will be manipulated from time to time if we don't keep our eyes up toward the hills which cometh all our help.
Yes.
So again, it's good to see a live example. As we imagine, one of the main, as I spoke, one of our main challenges in life today is turning bad things into good. And sometimes when we're going through, even the strongest of us, sometimes it's hard for us to see God's plan or hand in the midst of our struggles. Especially when sort of things, I mean, we can look at things happening to somebody else, but when it turns and them things got our name on it, it gets hard. For example, when plans don't, anybody ever have plans, it just don't work out.
Yes.
As they say, the best laid plans.
Yes.
What about if anybody had dreams that were once vivid, now they just fade away?
Just forget it.
Just forget it.
It didn't happen.
What about when sickness comes that you hadn't planned on?
Yes.
How about a job loss? Or maybe a job transfer?
You quit a job that you shouldn't have.
Okay, I hadn't thought about that. Well, okay, amen. I'm sure all of us have been victims of bad decisions here, right? Okay. And the big one, I often speak of, tell folks about death. When death comes, it's always inconvenient. But when it comes, you got to drop everything you had planned, right? Because death will change the things. What your best laid plans, I mean, and even if it may not be for your immediate family, but if it's somebody you love, that you have formed a relationship with, that you want to give during that time of need, if you can, if possible, you want to be there to support and say, hey, you're not in this thing all by yourself. Death will make you just change some things, your best laid plan, scheduling. It just turn all apart. And it don't ask anybody. So we're talking about these times like that. How do we get past this and turn a bad situation into something good? And as we realize all these things present us a problem. They're a problem for us. But the Bible and the scripture let us know that they also give us an opportunity. It's kind of hard to look for opportunity when you're suffering, ain't it?
Yeah.
When you're struggling.
Yes.
When you're broke as a joke, it's hard. I had told some of you that when my hard time, I hate not having no money in my pocket. I like to have a little something. I was brought up that way. Not that we was no rich folk, but I was taught to have you a little something in case of emergency, right? But what happens when you start breaking into that emergency money?
Oh, boy.
Right? I don't know about you, but I don't have a backup for my backup.
That's why I had backup, and then I go to my backup, and then I said maybe I should put the money in another city.
Another city.
So it takes some time to get it.
But you know what? You're right. But even in another city, when you need that money, you're going to get that money.
You can have a backup and not enough backup.
Well, that's true. You can have your money funded, but they ain't enough to take care of this particular problem.
Right.
But the Bible's saying now, still we can find something. We can turn this bad thing into something good. And I found sometimes when you're trying to witness to folks, especially if they're going through something really bad, that have you ever been through a problem or something bad yourself that You know you need to get on your prayer. You know you need to get on your knees and pray, but you don't really feel like praying. Because you're mad, you're angry. You don't want to entertain God right now, even though you know that you should. Spiritually, you know that you should. Yeah. How do you know that spiritually? Because the Spirit's talking to you. You need to get on your knees and pray. Yeah. But you so mad, I don't feel like praying. Not now.
I done prayed myself to sleep.
Wait a minute.
I have to get back by myself where I can calm myself down.
And you're right about that. Now, you know, we say we know we need to pray, but you're too mad to pray. Mm-hmm. But realize that even if you force yourself down, you can't come to God no any kind of way.
No, right?
Because if you're mad, you got a bad attitude about it. What are you going to God for? You think you're going to entertain that mess? And I mean, you know.
You have to get by yourself and calm yourself down where you can be.
Amen. Wasn't that like Jonah? You remember? Jonah got in the well, and after the experience with Nineveh and whatever, the Bible fades out in the scene with him talking to God.
Yeah.
And he's mad.
Yes.
Because God has saved Nineveh.
Yeah.
And the Bible scriptures say that when God said it, it ended with him with his head down under the tree. Out.
He wasn't none of his business no way.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't, even then, when we're trying to make something good, and we're going through, you can't just go before God with any type of attitude and request, right? Okay.
I always was scared God gonna strike me down if I could.
Well, amen. Well, that's Holy Spirit.
Calm myself down.
And God has struck some folks down.
Yes.
Amen. So we look at this scripture talking for Philippians. We find out that Paul wanted to go to Rome. Why did Paul want to go to Rome so bad? Was there some fabulous sights there that he needed to see, or what? Were the women just that pretty in Rome? Or why did he want to go to Rome so bad? Anybody? Yeah, did
I think he was concerned about their souls.
he was. But what specific reason did he want to go to Rome? And he cared about souls. Bless you. Susanna, why did Paul want to go to Rome? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you too. That's for you. You too.
Well, the Bible said that he wanted to go to Rome specifically because, again, to show that he was caring about the soul, he wanted to go to Rome to preach. Oh. He had a long time wanted to go to Rome so he could preach the gospel. Yeah. Now, he finally did get to Rome. But how did he get there? He was a prisoner. Can you imagine? Now, that wasn't the way he had dreamed about going there, right?
Right.
No, he didn't want to go there. I mean, he longed to go, and like he'd been to many other places, like Galatia and a lot of the countryside, by his own speed, own skill, right? And go there and preach the gospel and witness and win those to Christ. But it's a different story. Yeah, I got to where I always wanted to go, but I got here not the way that I had thought I was going to get there. In fact, he got there, he might have got there in the worst way possible, right? The only thing worse could have been is he got there dead, right? Because he got there in chains. Isn't it funny that they said that God's ways is not our ways?
Yes.
And I used to laugh at this, I hear this statement, but now, I take it to heart. If you really want to make God laugh, and it's possible for you to make him laugh, tell God what you do plan.
If he ain't your plans, it's not going to happen.
Well, amen. And about 99% of the, even if he agree with you, you ain't going to arrive and get there the way you thought you was going to get there.
Say, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding.
Amen.
In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct you.
Well, what does that mean, in all your ways acknowledge him? Let's say I wanted to go to St. Louis, but I ended up in I came in the change. But acknowledge God in all your ways. What is that actually saying?
That means that if you want something, you need to ask God and acknowledge him on what things you want, and then you need to say if it's your will too.
Okay, but then what I'm asking, I said, what if I want to go to St. Louis, but I arrived in St. Louis and I'm in chains? But you just said acknowledge God in all his ways. So what does that really say? Give me an example of that. How would that be acknowledged? How would I acknowledge him in all my ways and I'm coming to St. Louis in chains?
I got what you think think because we have no idea how God gonna put it and how He gonna put us where we need to be.
Okay, you getting close to it, but tell me how am I acknowledging? You made a statement. How am I acknowledging God in all my ways if I can't say those in prison?
It's His will, what He wants.
You have to pray.
He might have.
Okay, now I know it's His will. I said, how do I acknowledge Him in all my ways?
However He do it.
You accept it.
All right. In any state, then Paul later said that when any state that I find myself in, I'm giving God the praise. Whether I'm bound or whether I'm among the lonely.
When I have, when I'm in want, and when
I have not.
Yeah, you said that.
He said that. So that's how you acknowledge God in all your ways, right? So no matter how I got here, I got here, even if I'm in chains,
Right.
God, you get the praise.
Right.
But it don't mean that you hang your head and God, you get the praise. You say as Paul did, that, well, hey, this is an opportunity. I know somebody might be defeated about it. But Paul saw that even though I'm in chains, I'm in prison, I find an opportunity to acknowledge God. Yes, ma'am.
You know, all this last week and this week, up until yesterday, I went and got my card because it's been out, in and out. Okay, so anyway, I was so down, and I started thinking about Peter when they were in prison and how they were singing songs and and that's what I did.
Okay.
I just started singing, songs, and
Amen.
and it just completely changed my attitude
Okay.
because I was down.
Now, understand that Paul was in a situation that people cared about Paul, right? Because Paul wasn't just anybody. Paul was a somebody. And folks were concerned, well, wow, you can imagine the conversation was going on. Did you hear about Paul in prison?
Right.
And the Bible said that Paul wasn't worried about himself, but he was thinking on the way how he could comfort his friend. Now, I'm the one locked up. Most of us say, well, I don't care what you cry. Hey, I'm the one locked up. What you crying for?
Right.
Wouldn't that be most of us?
Yes.
But Paul said, man, how can I come make them feel bad? Let them know that it's okay.
I'm all right.
I'm all right. So the Bible let us know that Paul was thinking about, even while he was in prison, that how could he comfort his friends at Philippi? And Paul said that these things that had happened to me, that I'm in prison, he said, you know what? They resulted in the furtherance of the gospel.
Yes. Yes. And
What a powerful testimony. What a powerful testimony. Don't worry about it. I'm all right.
Yeah. And
What I'm concerned about is the gospel.
Yes.
See, we live in a self-generation these days. I mean, the world is all about me. And sometimes we can't even fathom somebody that compassion.
That's right.
Even though I'm locked up, I can't roam freely like you do. I can't go to the White Castles or McDonald's like you can. But that's okay. For it's most important, whatever state I find myself in, I'm content. Because the gospel, through the Lord working through me, the gospel is still going forward. And let me know that, so you can tell people priority by their actions. Not by their mouth.
What they do.
Because your mouth can say anything, and often do. Again, and I know you heard before, people, they're right. We will say a lie easily than we do anything else.
Sure.
But what you do and what people see your actions, that tells folks truly what's in your heart. And we found out here that truly when he woke up every morning that Paul woke up, he was about God's business.
Amen.
You talking about somebody that was totally dedicated toward Christ? Now he might in his younger days, even and I have to concur, even in Paul's early days, he was still a man of God. He was just misguided.
Yeah.
Even when he was on these tirades, persecuting folks and everything, he thought he was doing right.
He was going by the route.
He was going by the route, really, wasn't he? He thought he was doing right. Even when he chased the Christians down the road, he went to the people in charge at that time and asked to get a letter. So he wasn't no rebel, was he? The rebel was just took on out. He asked to get a letter to go chase these folks. So he meant well, but it was only down the Damascus road that Jesus straightened it on down and fine-tuned that thing. So Paul took an impossible situation and turned it something good. And so doing, the Bible said that he was a shining example. The fact that we're talking about it right now.
Amen.
All that he was a shining example, a source. Anybody found? You know, some people have a hard time with Paul. I heard folks say, well, you know what, I believe the Bible and everything, but I have a problem with Paul. But I come to tell you, man, I mean, you talking about somebody steadfast, unmovable in Jesus.
That's why Jesus said, on this rock I build my
That was Peter.
Peter.
That's okay. You meant well.
Okay.
Paul was a man among the giants. Inspiration for all Christians everywhere. If we could walk the third of the way like Paul, man, we'd be on some fire, Doc. Let me, everybody let's go to 12.
Now I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that what had happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel.
So Paul, again, so we reiterated, Paul ended up in chains in the Roman prison while he was visiting Jerusalem. And anybody know the story behind that? How did he end up in prison while he was visiting Jerusalem? How did he end in prison while he was visiting Jerusalem? Okay. And you know what?
Then a lot of those didn't like all of it.
Okay.
And they wanted to
And how they express it they didn't like it?
Well, wrong.
Okay, before they had him arrested, what happened? First they told him to stop, didn't they? Now Peter let on them, they told him to stop too. Well, hey, we don't need you doing this no more. Hey, we'll let you go. In fact, they got to whip the boys and throw Peter in there in prison. They told Paul, hey, no, stop. Paul kept doing it. Paul said, then turning a bad situation to something good. Paul said, I got to do it. Paul said, I got no choice but to do it. So they locked Paul up. They threw him in jail. But still, that was in Jerusalem. How did they get to Rome? Is that where the big house was at? Right? Why didn't they have any jails in Jerusalem?
Well, that probably wasn't where the leaders were. Wasn't the leaders there?
Yeah, they had leaders everywhere. But why? Why did they take him from Jerusalem to Rome? Talk to me, sister. How Deacon?
Did he ask for it?
No, he ain't.
I don't know. Y'all just get to jumping on it too quick now for y'all know now. Then all of y'all know something I don't now. Go ahead.
Was he a citizen of Rome?
Ah, he told them, I'm a Roman citizen. I want to go see Caesar. So he asked for it. He did ask for it. And they took him to Rome. Ain't that funny? He had always wanted to go to Rome and had never made it. But now, he gets to go to Rome, but not as we would expect it. How do you think most of us act being incarcerated?
Acting fool. We had
You acting fool?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I can't see Sister Collins acting no fool. Would you act a fool if you was incarcerated, Sister Collins?
No, I'd be nice, so maybe they let me out.
Okay. That's a strategy. Okay. What about you, Sister Collins? Would you act a fool?
Well, it all depends how much.
It all depends on what.
Well, how much praying I done did.
Okay. I'm praying you done. Okay.
But then the Lord take it off my heart.
Okay.
When you get out of yourself, you don't mind whatever happens.
But I would think to get out of yourself while you're in prison would be even harder. I would think.
It would be harder, but I done been in bad situations. The only way I got out by the love of God and not think about myself, just go on and do.
Let me give y'all an example. We went down to Washington, D.C., right? A lot of us did. We went to, you remember we went to the Black Museum? Did y'all go down to Louisiana prison where they used to put us in? They had the actual jail cells?
Yeah.
In the basement.
In the basement. Now that was a hot mess. Now can you imagine? That was you incarcerating them things, and then you used to think about Jesus. That'd be a heck of a barrier for you. I mean, you had to be some type of person. I mean, you had to be grounded, anchored. You hear me? That was horrible, wasn't it? The metal toilet, I mean, come on, somebody. And then that was your rest time. Because the other time when you ain't in there, you out there or whatever, them chains on busting. Come on, somebody. And I'm saying, doing all that turmoil, sweat, and heat. To call on the name of Jesus, man, on a constant basis and give him some praise. Don't we say when the praises go? Come on, somebody. Boy, you have to be some type of person to be able to get your praise on in that situation. Or to be able to witness to somebody, but you know, tell people that Jesus is good and for them to believe it. Because you know they're going to say, like, well, wait up, brother. You in chains, I'm in chains. You telling me God's good?
And then I said, how's he good? Look where we are.
Amen. But if some folks can tell you that while they're in chains, you would say, look at them like, well, there's something about them, because it's somehow the Spirit is working in them. You can't be fake and pull that one off.
No, like the thieves on the cross.
Amen. Something it's got to be in there for you to put, like a folks looking at your situation and say, whoa. But some folks don't just they believe it because it's flowing out of. It's just something unusual about them. It's like everybody can tell you they love God, and you feel it.
Right. I was gonna say sometimes, somebody say, "What's your God gonna do for you now?" And you know how we always say, if God don't do nothing else for me, He's already done. You have to tell Him God is good regardless of if I get out of this situation.
But what the Hebrew boys say?
I might not be delivered. That don't mean he's not able.
Right.
Oh yeah, you know that's mine there, baby. Right. To that situation. So Paul broke civil law that got him into jail. Now, even though we say he was and maybe we should emphasize more that Paul was in prison. He wasn't in prison. Even then, okay, when I say he wasn't in prison, what am I talking about? What was Paul's situation, even though he was in prison?
He might not have been behind the bars of a jail. He could have been in prison in a home or...
Are you throwing it out there, or are you telling me some scripture that you know?
He was in a home at one time with the
Okay, what were the circumstances behind him in that situation? Oh, can we break it out and say he was in home jail? What was the circumstance behind him being in home jail? Now, it brings to the law that he could have been in with the balls and everything like everybody else. But still through that, we can see God working through the plan. So what's the circumstance that made it still possible for him to make an opportunity that the gospel furthers? Come on, talk to me. So what was the circumstance between his home jail?
He was able to write.
Okay, what else?
And get his message out and even to the prison when he was in prison.
He witnessed to the guards. Okay. Very good point. Something else was going on too that he was allowed to do in home jail. Okay, we say now he witnesses to the guards. Yeah. And you told me that he wrote, right?
Oh, he was able to receive stuff sometimes.
What stuff? What are we talking about? And when you tell me the stuff, how's that further the gospel?
Letters, visitors.
Bingo! He was able to receive visitors.
Right.
Tell them what's going on in
the home jail.
Right.
Right? Testimony. Now, even though he's in circumstance, now like I said, he can't go out and go to White Castles or Burger King or nothing like that when he wanted to. Yeah. But he was able to receive and talk to folks on a regular basis. They could come in and see him.
Right.
They discuss. They could pray. And he was witnessing.
Yeah.
So through that, can't you see God's hand
Yes.
still in the midst, even though he was so-called in prison?
Yes.
Because most of the time they off by themselves.
Amen. Like I say, he went in regular prison because that reduced a whole lot of restricted freedom. But he had some limited freedom, even though he's in home jail. Again, say he could have visitors, so he continued to preach.
Yeah.
And if somebody meant he could continue to write letters, such as the one that we have here in Philippians 13. You know where, Catherine? Okay.
So that my bonds in Christ are manifest in all the palace and in all other places.
You read 13?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's give me another 13. That's okay. But go ahead, Mark.
My phone. I did get somebody.
Okay, anybody?
It's-
Mine said the same thing.
Oh, Lord.
Mine says, so that my bonds became manifest in Christ throughout the whole Assyrian guard.
Okay.
Through all the place.
And we had mentioned that opportunity. Now, who would have thought, listen, God work through you that way? You know what? Because the Bible tells you, love your enemy. But who would have thought, well, these folks I can't go where I want to go. Probably I don't use the restroom. They got to watch or tell me when I can go. It's okay.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Most of them had the opportunity like Jonah. Man, I don't want to preach to them. I don't want to go to Nineveh and tell them nothing.
Right.
Because God, I know you.
Yeah.
I know you. You know how you work. You go and save them folks. They don't deserve saving. They don't deserve saving. So you can imagine the God that had him in prison. He looked at the opportunity to turn a bad situation to something good. He looked at the opportunity, hey,
Let me witness.
let me witness and let me preach the gospel to them.
Tell them about Jesus.
Tell them about Jesus. Now, hopefully I'm wrong. But I don't know the word where nobody that I've heard, and I don't know how that much I might not have heard that nobody in Vietnam, none of these wars, was preaching to none of their captives about Jesus. Now, everybody, hey, like I said, I don't be around, but I ain't heard nobody proclaim that they were preaching to their captives by trying to get them saved. Man, you poking me and water torturing and all that, man, and I don't tell you about Jesus. I want you to get to heaven with me. So let me know that to turn something good out of something bad.
Right. To change your enemies into your friends.
You got to be totally, in this thing, Christianity, you got to be totally selfless.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Yep. And you got to be patient.
And out of yourself.
And long suffering.
All of that. Gotta be. Because your flesh will naturally want you to get on the defense.
Because they ain't listening.
All the time.
All the time.
And then what if you talk to some of your captives per se, and you don't actually think that, hey, they torture you and all of a sudden, and then you start talking about Jesus, they go like, wow, what you say? Man, that sounds fantastic. No, everybody gonna probably slap you, spit on you, or whatever, you right? It's gonna probably take you some time, and the Holy Spirit to work some barriers down.
Take some.
Yeah, and you got to be humble through the whole shenanigans.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I always remember that one that says, blessed are you if you're not easily offended.
Amen. And that's so true.
Say.
God ain't never seen so many saints with tempers. Woo.
Offended. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, when you first come up to this, I can say that temper don't go automatic.
No, it don't.
But if you've been in this thing and you real about this thing, anytime, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, now some of that ought to be gone by now.
Yeah. You too tired to bring it up.
No, you ain't been doing right. It is what it is. God will not let that stuff, he know that's going to be a hindrance. Because remember, when God saves you, he saves you to do better things.
Right.
And if you got all that hell up in you, God...
You need to get it out.
You sure?
Well, if somebody ain't been released after all that time, because God is...
Something ain't right.
You have to
Thank you.
grow.
He's kind of trying to get you perfected
Right.
to greatness so he can use you better.
And the enemy will always trying to trip you up.
Amen. Well, that's when you get busy. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, in this time, okay, one time I complained about my car because it was horrible, it rained and everything. And the whole while I kept saying, Lord, I'm sorry for complaining. I'm sorry for complaining about this car. So this time around, when we went down and stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna complain. And I did not complain this time around.
Okay.
Thank
So
the
I hope
Lord.
I'm growing.
Well, amen. Amen. Well, you are. If you didn't complain, because complaining comes natural to us.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're looking Philippians 1 and verse 7. We're talking about him witness to the guard. Now look what verse 7 says. It said, whether, oh man, the Spirit working, the boy was brilliant at times. Whether I am in chains or defending and confirming the gospel, he said, all of you share in God's grace with me. He realized that where he was at and where he had opportunity to do what he was doing, there was God's grace and mercy only that he was able to do that.
Amen.
And he was letting them know no matter where I find myself at, not only do I have grace, but you have grace also, all of you that believe.
Yes.
Let you know that it don't make no difference whether you big, you weak or strong, rich or poor. Grace covers us all. And reason covers all, we are all undeserving, as the Bible says, that we are all sinners. Saved by grace.
Yes.
Again, we say that being in prison will cause many of us to get bitter. Some of them may even give up.
Please don't give up, because there's no other hope if you give up.
Yeah, that's the sad part, ain't it?
Yes.
If you do give up,
Yes.
where else you going to go?
Yeah.
But it said Paul saw an opportunity. Through all this mess of opportunity to spread the good news of Christ. But Paul realized that his current circumstances wasn't important. Some of us, it's been important. It's been real important. Man, how long I'm going to stay up in here? Why you got me up in here? Man, this food, you got anything better than this? So you got to understand that he said now, what he was going through was unimportant. I'm talking about, to be a Christian, you got to be selfish. I mean, you got to have compassion, because it's not about you. He was going to worry about his friends. Man, they really worried about me.
Yeah.
I got to get the word out, brother. You tell them I'm good. I'm blessed. That there's something better than blessed.
Power.
So he witnessed to the Roman soldiers. He encouraged other Christians who were afraid of persecution. Right? You understand now? If he got thrown in jail for preaching the gospel,
Yeah.
you know, somebody that got them seeds that on rocky ground,
Yes.
you know, they go like, man, we dropping this down. I ain't ending up like Paul.
And they know what Paul went through. You might have to go through that.
But now they don't. And we'll find out when we get to the scripture, you find out some of them, I mean, you know, even the ones that followed Jesus. You remember we said all that crowd? They was just there, some of them was just to see another miracle. They wasn't about him. A relationship with Jesus, that's the last thing they matter. They was there for the show.
Right. You see, can they get some of whatever?
Well, that's Cephas, well, some of them were greedy.
Yeah.
We found out what happened to the Cephas boys, right?
That's today too.
Yeah. So everybody you see wearing these white collars and carrying the biggest Bible and stuff ain't in that what you everybody ain't what they look like. So we found out some of them, they seen Paul get thrown in jail. Paul in jail, man. No, doc, I'm through. Let's wrap this up, put the suitcase together. We moving on to something else. So Paul said, still, he's trying to carry some folks.
Yes.
It's not about me. He turned a bad situation to something good. He witnessed to the Roman soldiers, we said, encouraged them. Paul looked for ways to demonstrate his faith, right?
Amen.
Look, how many of us wake up in the morning and say, you know what, let me look for a situation. I don't even do that. I know if it comes a situation roll toward my way,
Right.
but I would rather go out and look for a situation. Come on, somebody, look for a situation to show faith.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's a different level.
Talk to me, son. Ain't that a different level?
Yes, it is.
Boy, that's keeping it real with Christ. Boy, I'm looking for somebody that.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm looking for a test. Man, Lord, send the devil my way. I'm looking for a test to show my faith.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And And when you call about God all like that, you better be ready now, because the devil know you too.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
You be down in that pit so fast.
You hear me? He know what you like. He know what you get tempted by.
Yes.
So don't be calling God out if you ready.
Working on your weakness.
Yeah, amen. Now,
Show enough.
but man, that like you, I love that. That's another level of faith, man. That you looking for some place to show your faith, that you well grounded, even in bad situations. And what the good part is, it says now, just like, again, you was talking about the Hebrew boys in that fire. It says now, it's not whether the situation improves when you call God out.
That's right.
But the fact that you can call him out and go through and willing to say, God, remember when David messed up? And God sent Nathan, right? To pour out his sin. You remember he told me that parable of the man had the lamb and it gets the other lamb on him? And when it all got through, he said, David, you are the person. And then he said, now, God said, now, I got some deals for you. Which one do you want? Y'all remember?
Yes.
And he said, now, what are you doing? And what did David say?
That was clever.
What did David say? When he was offered these choices by God. When it came to judgment, what did David say I want?
Was he judging the man when he didn't know that it was him?
No, this is after Nathan revealed. He said, now the man that I'm talking about is you. Then the Bible said that David realized his sins then. Then God came and spoke to him because judgment was coming.
Yes.
And he gave him some choices, but David picked one final choice, and for a particular reason. And what I'm asking you, do you remember that the choice he made and what the reason was? Well, simply he said, now God, I want to put my judgment into your hands. Because what he said, I can't really trust nobody else.
Right.
So what I'm saying, even when you go through these trials and tribulations, or even the fire, as the Hebrew boys said now, and they told Nebuchadnezzar, our God might not deliver us from the fire, from this fire, but it don't mean that God's not able to. So what I'm saying, that even though when you pray for some things and it might not turn to your faith, it might not improve, just for you having the encouragement and standing and trusting God for your deliverance, the Bible says that it can only make you grow strong.
Yes. Yes.
And I would ask any saint in here today that who don't want to grow stronger in the Lord.
Amen.
Yes.
But it says if you trust and believe, even though your situation may not change. Because remember, again, we say, I find myself grateful for God no matter what state that you leave me in.
Amen.
Even though it might not change. I'm still growing strong because I'm making a stand in God. I'm trusting you.
Amen.
Then putting my faith in man's hands.
Because he's going to make you suffer.
Yes, always do, don't it?
We have to.
God have mercy. He have
Amen.
Hey, don't make us suffer.
Amen.
I know you would.
14.
Lord, we in trouble tomorrow.
How much? What you say?
14.
14.
And then most of the brethren in the Lord, being confident through my bond, are more abundantly bold to speak the word of God without fear.
What is he saying? Give me some feedback on that. The most of the brethren in the Lord, right? In the faith, have become confident. Why? By my chains. Now they are much bolder to speak the word without. What is he saying? And why would they get bolder witnessing this man in chains?
He don't have no fear because the God and took the fear is the devil workshop. When you can get bolder if you don't have that fear.
Okay. Anybody else?
And if you don't have that fear, you just have to trust either way what God's going to do. And that's by them looking at Paul and seeing what he went through. They're like, I need to be like that.
He still got his faith, and look where he is.
Okay. You know, for example, you might I used to get a testimony sometime you go to do a visit to somebody
Right.
to come in because you know what state they're in, and then I mean to be a blessing to them, and you come out being the one that's been blessed by them, by their encouragement, by how they feel that faith with the Lord.
Yeah.
You can imagine, again, we said that Paul can have visitors and guests and stuff. Now you can imagine, you know, those that are around, well, let's go see Paul. And, well, you know he in prison, man, so let's not expect better. Let's pray to help that. Let's help that brother out. Because he's probably down right now, don't know what's going on. He don't know this going to be like that. He might not never come on out.
Right.
And you go in and see Paul.
Yeah.
And Paul standing, it's like he in Italy, he in the Pope's Cathedral. I mean, he preaching, he's shouting. He giving praise to the Lord. Can you imagine? And the Spirit, and then you come out and say, wow, what happened?
Yeah.
And that Paul, man, woo.
I worked at the hospital when it was on Natural Bridge. And it was
What hospital was that?
Normally us.
Oh, okay.
And this woman, she had cancer outside of her whole chest was full of cancer. I went to her room and she was in such good spirit. It raised mine, and the sun, and you can tell the Spirit of God was on that woman, because everybody that go to her room, she has such hopes and stuff, and you know that they said, boy, how she get, you know, that way with all that cancer, and on her, just hanging outside her chest.
Amen.
That's a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, my baby brother, he was shot when he was 21, and he was paralyzed from the waist down. Even though he had been paralyzed, he was always in good spirits. And the only thing I can say, he lived with me one while, and he would climb up the steps and then have us bring up the wheelchair. And one time he fell in the back steps, and I heard him, and I said, Sam, are you all right? He said, I'm all right. But later on, he told me I did fall. And he crawled on up, you know, and I could, later on, took the wheelchair up, and he would lift himself and put it. And the only thing I could say about him, he was always brave. Even though at one time he had fallen and I had asked him about it, he didn't say anything, but he just pulled himself back up and kept on the steps.
Amen. And the Bible is asking us today, are we that kind of example? That through our actions, that people are encouraged, inspired by us. You know, and y'all have heard me, I'll give a testimony about Sister LaBarney. And you remember when she got laid off her job.
Yeah.
And how that if you didn't know her, you wouldn't even know that she even cared about that she got laid off from her job.
Right.
She was upbeat. She wasn't pumped. She wasn't fussing. She was, in fact, she was giving testimony to how good God was. That's somebody that I wouldn't mind being encouraged to follow, because how to bless you, let God use it. So again, I found out more and more every day that Christianity is not about us.
No.
Of course we want some benefit. That's why we're serving the Lord. But it's not about us, but it's more about what we can do for others to encourage, to inspire them to want to know the Lord. If you always having a pity party, and then I say, you know, oh, praise God. Well, it don't look like I don't see no praise in you. Because if you're only praising him when things are going up, don't you know folks do notice more when you're suffering.
Yeah.
And you don't have the right attitude. What's that right attitude?
Well,
To trust.
Now, the right attitude, if you ain't got the right attitude, you're crying. You don't act like they can't tell you from the saints or the ain't. You know different rest of the world. But folks will notice.
You're mad.
Yeah, but folks will notice quick when they know that anybody else will be mad but you.
Right.
You are like, you got joy. That joy that the world didn't get. What's wrong with them?
Yes.
That's what draw folks in and say, you know what? I don't know what you got. Who is it? What's going on?
Right.
Well, if you pop, fuss, talking about I'm a killer ball like everybody else.
Yeah.
You ain't got no tell me. I mean, what do I need to get from you? You acting just like me.
Right.
But because how Paul acted, even in imprisonment. The Bible scripture saying here, man, he got folks more confident. Folks were probably had a look weak confidence. Now they were stronger.
Right.
They spoke bolder. You know what? Jesus. Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Who saved me? Jesus.
Right.
They got bolder about what they said. Important, they said that they spoke without fear. You know, that's the devil's biggest weapon.
Yes.
So,
Especially against the saints. We just can't do anything to scare out that our door, talk to folks about Jesus. Why? Because, well, you can say anything you want to, but when it comes out to you, you got fear. But yet we're getting the word of God, talking about, yeah, he didn't give us a spirit of fear. Hallelujah. Really? I hear what you're saying. But your actions speak every day. Whenever it's time to go out there with you ain't around. You had something to do. You had another commitment.
Yeah.
Another committee.
But we can make some excuses, okay? But you don't want to do what you know you should be doing. But again, he didn't give us a spirit of fear. But I hear what you're saying. But what are you actually saying? But through Paul, the Bible is saying that, hey, folks were emboldened. They got encouraged through his actions. 15.
Some indeed preach Christ, even of envy and strife, and some also of good will.
Talk to him. What are you saying there? Some indeed preach Christ, right?
You all right?
But even from envy and strife. What is he saying? Sister Cobb, talk to him.
They wanted to be like him because they could see what he was getting. It wasn't that they were so religious or anything.
Okay.
They wanted to be in the limelight.
Okay. Okay.
But then there were some who preached because they were sincere in what they were doing. They wanted to give them.
Very good. Some preached out of envy and strife, and some from goodwill.
Right.
Now Paul's going to explain a little bit further what he said in 15. Somebody read 16.
The one preached Christ of contention,
Uh-huh.
not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds.
Okay, the former preached Christ. My verse says from selfish ambition. Again, some people might have preached because of the popularity. Somebody might have preached because they wanted more money in their pocket. Let's pass the tray. Right? Not sincerely, supposed to add affliction, supposed to try to aggravate me, aggravate my condition while I'm here, take advantage. Yeah.
See how good I'm doing and you there.
Yeah. You in jail, but I'm still preaching, boy. They loving me.
And I got a pocket full of money.
Yeah. The tray going around, man. The temple filled.
Right.
But again, Christianity is not about you. Read what it says, 17.
The former preach Christ out of selfish ambition, not sincerely, supposing that they can stir up trouble for me while I am in chains.
The latter. But the latter out of love, knowing that I am appointed for the defense. Again, those in goodwill, they did it out of love, not only for the gospel, but for Paul. Again, because Paul has given them more confidence, he has made them speak more boldly, and they're speaking more boldly without fear. I love Paul. So I'm going to speak now, I'm going to speak the gospel for Paul. He's not here with us now, but I'm speaking for him.
Right.
18.
Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, and will rejoice.
Look at how Paul saw that. Even his enemies were preaching. Paul said, that's all right. Because see, what's important is that the word, no matter.
The word.
I know they preaching great, they don't care nothing about me. But he said what's important is that the word, even if they don't even believe, but the word is getting out.
They could go touch somebody else.
Somebody is going to hear it and do it.
Yeah.
So Paul again was trying to get some of his friends. You know, some friends was looking at him. Man, you know that. He phony. Paul was saying, it's all right. Is he in the Word? Is he in the Bible? Is he in them scriptures?
Yes.
Well, that's all right. Because it ain't about the Word. The Word. Remember, Paul will go out.
And take it.
He believed, man, go. It don't matter how, go. Somebody got to step up and get that word out.
The Lord can use anybody, even your enemies.
Amen. And see, we fail to realize that God's in control. He uses our enemies to go out and spread that word. Didn't God say, when God said, even the heart of the king is in my hand, he wasn't speaking about only the good king.
Right. All right. That's right.
He was talking about the bad ones, the twisted ones, the perverted ones, and all of them in the Bible.
Yeah. Pharaohs and the heroes.
Yeah, all of them. The heroes and the zero, all of them are in my hand. And that's suggesting what to us? That he's in total control.
Yes. And he allowed it.
Yeah.
He allowed it. They're not doing any more than I'm allowing them to do.
All right. People don't understand that.
So, they in control.
And remember, Paul was bold. He was a bad guy. On that pulpit, Paul was bold.
Yeah.
But he was willing to redeem it, put himself down. Man, I'm not about that. I'm in here. I'm limited to what I can do. But he didn't know God was still using him in a powerful way. But those out there, let them go ahead. Don't stop it. Yeah. You remember when the disciples were walking with Jesus at the time and they got upset? They said, look here, man, we got to make this joke stuff. Now, they said, now, in fact, we saw somebody speaking the word.
Yep, they said that.
And we told him, man, you better stop.
Yeah.
Right.
And what did Jesus tell him?
Jesus said no.
Because they,
Yeah, no, they ain't trying to twist up nothing.
Right.
That's what he said. He said,
And speaking that word, even though they might not believe it themselves, all they preaching that word in that Bible. Jesus said, let them alone.
yeah, let them talk.
Because he said, if they're for us,
that's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
they're not against us.
That's what he said.
Paul said, now I know some of these guys ain't long up and up. But that's all right. Man, I'm locked up. I can't. But that's all right. The gospel's getting out.
Yeah.
The Bible saying he rejoiced. Man, Paul, what are you rejoicing for? Man, they preaching the gospel.
Amen.
Man.
They preaching the gospel. And I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
When you know you done arrived, you say, like as Mark said, at that upper level, you learn you can start rejoicing, giving praise no matter what's going on. In fact, most times when you do it, folk gonna look like you think you're a fool. But you got to praise anyway.
Anyway.
Hallelujah.
Because it ain't about me. I don't know. How many Paul, Peter, and all of them, man, I don't know what you really think about me. How many times did he say that it ain't about me?
Yeah.
But yet we live in a dead society. Everybody thinks it's all about me. But,
It's not.
but see how the devil will try to twist God's message?
It never was about you.
Never would. But see how the devil will twist God's message? And that's what he out to do. To pervert God's message.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to say, one of the days when Marquita was bringing me home, I was telling her that I have a passion for souls, and lately at church I'd be the only one, coming because nobody's coming with me anymore like the children used to come. I say, so I guess I'm going into a different stage of life. And I say, and I really pray for all the kids in the past and everything, And she said, and you pray for me too, don't you? I said, yes, I do.
Oh, amen. 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 And as you grow older, you find you have so many examples of how the devil perverts the message, people's lives. And it's even just more for us to get on our knees and pray. Let's say I understand more. Let's say pray and pray without ceasing. I understand it better now.
I understand.
Yes.
The things I've seen happen, you can't let up for a minute.
No.
I was just visiting the saint today. She used to work with us. She broke her ankle. Make a long story short, that was in 2016. They're still going through workers' comp and things today. I went to see her. She's still walking about the same she was in 2016. She was telling me as we sit down, she said, you know, LaBarney, I never thought I'd end up like this. And, you know, I'm looking at her. I remember when she was proud of me, athletic, the whole bit. But I'm still blessed. I heard her say it, but I didn't see no joy in her heart or her eyes when she said it. And it would almost, you know, and it makes you wonder as you go through this world. And that's just one out of millions of cases of folks struggling and trying to make it through life.
Yeah.
Is that it's more important for us as saints to get in our job for care. I mean, we're here to care for others. That's all we're here for to do. Give God praise and care. When we give God praise, we're caring for His people.
Yeah.
And it's more important more than ever that we need to be encouragers. Look at people are hurting. They're sick. They're having bad time, and just life has turns that we never ever expect.
That's right, Pastor.
Yeah.
Sure is. And even if the people might say things like they, you know, you have to keep it. The devil might be working on them. You have to keep encouraging things are not as bad as you think they are, and they have to believe and keep saying to themselves, I'm blessed. And the Lord would take their fear, because it ain't nothing but fear.
Amen.
What we fight is fear. The devil uses fear in everything.
And unfortunately, what I find out, he don't need nothing else. Fear is enough. He said, "Test it. Fear works."
Everything we look at, we scared of it.
Really?
You have to, if the devil wicked in, you tell him, no, I ain't gonna do it. You might not look like you don't care, but you keep saying that the Lord will take that fear away from you.
But we got to keep encouraging folks, letting them know that God is able to do. Because again, it's one thing when it's happening to let's say Mark, Sister Cheryl, Sister Collins, telling me. But when does it happen? When it's happening to me, this time it's got my name on it. Will I seek the opportunity to rise above that situation, turn that bad thing into something good? Am I able? Do I have the strength to encourage me? Is somebody supporting and praying for me to help me turn this bad situation into something good?
Amen.
All right. I'm off my soapbox. Any questions? All right, let's get to our prayer request. Let's keep praying for Sister Sylvia. Deborah told me she went